Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Tornado Survival Season 11. I'm here, Minecraft Mike, and last time we did a damage assessment on... Oh, whoops, I have left my WS chat open. Stand by. Sorry about that. This time we are going to find ourselves a new village, something to move into, and something to start fortifying and making a safe place to live in, and create it to be a weather-ready community there. So I have a few directions we need to go that we haven't gone yet to follow the terrain, because I would ideally like a plains. Second best is going to be savanna, and I don't really want to do a desert. But we know we found that one over here in the savanna, and that's definitely a top pick, but I'm going to run around and explore the plains in case there's another one nearby. So I'm going to do some exploring, and I'm probably not going to, based on the feedback from the last episode or two, let's see, we went that way this time, so we're going to go this direction. We're going to go this direction this time. Based on some feedback from you guys, I'm not going to just chat about weather my life while I'm exploring, because some of you got very hostile about not seeing tornadoes and weather things. It was just me either doing normal boring Minecraft or me just talking. I understand some people do like that, but I'll try and limit it a little bit because some people did get very upset about that. Yes, this is where I want to go. So I'm going to just go ahead and cut until I get to a few different locations, and if I find anything, you'll see some cuts. If not, we'll be getting ready to move off into the savanna biome. So close! I have ran to the end of this plains, which is just a massive plains biome over here, which is pretty remarkable. But this, I got really excited because I saw the stone. I was like, oh, there's going to be one, but it is a desert one. I think there's another. It was something else over there. I thought it was a village or some other sort of contraption over that way. But this, I'm gonna mark this on my chords. But I just don't want to build in a sandstone world. I don't think that's very close. I'd rather build my own thing from scratch than start this. But my pockets are filled with garbage for some reason. I forgot to empty them out. I just like logged on and ran off because it's been a few days since I played, so I kind of forgot. What I was doing when I was on last, but we'll just leave it like that for now. Just take some bread. There's a jungle way over there. That's good to know. And in this direction, there still looks like there's some plains, and maybe we could grab some cocoa beans while we're here. But I'm going to have to keep on running. I'm just going to mark. We're just exploring, marking some biomes, but I'm going to loop around and probably end up heading the other direction. Kind of back on the backside of where we live now to see if there's anything this direction. I'm going to kind of ignore all of this stuff in this desert. Exploring deserts and conquering temples will be left for another day. There's nothing that I need in there at the moment. Let's just grab a few of these. Ooh, well, we can do this. There we go. And then I could grab, let's see, we don't need this. And I'll just grab a few of these so we can grow a couple cocoa beans. Close enough. We'll have to get saplings and stuff another time. But I will be back to running around. As it gets dark, it does look like a storm is brewing and moving in this direction ever so slowly, so we'll have to see how this night shapes up. But I'm going to attempt a full-on sprint through this before the mobs get too crazy and try and head back across the rest of this. But I have a feeling I want to be running until sunrise because it took me about all day to get out here. So we'll have to see how that goes, but I did want to grab some coordinates. Just trying to mark. Whoops, I always pressed the wrong one. Of just like, flower biomes and things like that. I was here earlier and threw a bunch of junk out. But trying to mark some places that we can gather some resources, because I'm sure I'll need them at some point as we build and decorate. But, so there has been a few storms today across the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast. This will be a couple days ago. Just remarkable warmth that the eastern and central U.S. has had. It's setting all-time record high temperatures for the entire month of February. Like the warmest it's ever got in these locations in the month of February. And we have a saddle, and there's there's horses here. We'll have to get those because we'll need them to move when we do move to this new town. It'll make it easier. But there has been some good storms today. That's what I was watching. I had the little NWS chat weather bot up. It's just one of those. If you don't know what it is, it's just basically when the National Weather Service issues any sort of forecast product or watch or warning, it will get sent out through that. And of course, there's lots of ways to get your warning information. Specifically, if you're trying to gather it for just your county, you're going to use a weather radio, or you'll have your cell phone with the weather app or your local news station. But if you're just like don't live in the area and I'm just tracking something that's happening several states away, you can just Google like weather IM bot, and you basically just pick your forecast office. You'll have to look up the code for your forecast office, and you basically just pick them, and it will just make a little ping noise every time they issue something, and it's like an instant message. I think that's what the IM stands for. But you can't type anything back. It's just the weather service sending out little statements to you, and you can just pick the office. So, if you want to see what's happening around DC, you can pick Sterling's, Virginia, the Baltimore, Washington, DC station. I think its code is LWX, and you can go ahead and pick that. We are close to home, so I'm going to drop this stuff off. But you can pick that and, get up-to-date stuff. And it's the quickest way to get your watches and warnings. So, if oftentimes before it gets sent out on your phone or your media gets it, or your weather radio goes off, it's often, weather radios are very quick, but, a split second before that, or if you are just watching that and don't want the whole weather radio to go off, because you're actually sitting there watching the event happen, you can kind of use it on your computer. It's kind of handy. I like it. Severe weather days. Oh, there was a rain shower over there, but that looks like that's all it was. I'm going to dump up a bunch of this crap, and I'm going to go run across. The savannah was that way, but I'm going to run across that desert because I think it runs off in that direction, and I will update you guys in a moment. Found another village, but of course it's right on the edge, and again, it ends up turning into essentially a desert biome, although it's on the water, which is kind of neat, but this is like just really terrible, so we're not going to bother this. I'm just going to pillage this village and leave as quick as I can. I was trying to think of a word to rhyme there, but we're just going to leave, and I'm going to keep running because the plains biome is just, I'll say this again, it's really large, and it's the same biome that I've been in this entire time. So again, we're going to avoid that. I saw a desert temple as I was running by, but, we're just going to ignore it because we'll save those for another episode. So I'm going to go run around that direction and keep exploring along this ocean, see if this plains is going to offer us anything. If not, we'll move to the savannah one because I'm kind of running out of options here. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be our new home, and I already love it. I know this is going to be great. Look at that. It's a huge village. It's huge. It's right on the ocean. It's right next to a desert. It's in the plains. It looks beautiful. It's filled with inhabitants. It even has docks and waterfront housing. Oh, this is great. Think about it. We can get thunderstorms and tornadoes. We can get sandstorms. And we can get tropical cyclones. I don't know how they work, but I'm going to assume you have to be near an ocean biome. And we're just going to grab a picture of that. Go give it a quick exploration and see if we can run out. I actually was going to go down that direction, but I could see, you can see the other village over there. I could see plains from there, so I was like, I'll keep going this direction and loop around, and I'm glad I did. I mean, I was going to explore both directions anyway, but look at this. Wow. There's a lot of villages in this area. I guess it's just where we spawned. This is fantastic. I don't see a blacksmith. See lots of inhabitants. And yeah, no blacksmith. We have a little bit of a hillside here. The plains is not particularly awesome because there's a lot of desert nearby. I would wish that, I don't mind if there's desert on one side, but I would wish that this was all plains. But I don't think it's going to matter too much with the local weather. I think it's still going to be fine. It just means we might be really susceptible to sandstorms. A little bit of forest. We are on the ocean front, and I believe that it goes into deep ocean, and there is nothing that I see in that direction. And plenty of little cliff sides over there, so maybe even just have a little resort home outside of town might be good. But this is going to be it. So I'm going to check up on how long this recording has been. I'm going to explore around this town a bit, and then I will meet you guys once I get back to our old town. Because I'm going to need to move all of our supplies here. Though it's already getting... See, what I don't want to happen is to get a storm here before we even get things ready. That's going to bother me a little bit. I might turn the settings down on storm frequency. I think it's set at 1 a day. And I think I might turn that down to like 2 or 3 days because I don't want a tornado to hit every episode. I want to actually be able to play the game and feel like we can accomplish something before tornadoes rip everything up. So before this gets here, I'm going to run back to town. We'll gather up our supplies and see if we can move in one trip. If not, I'm going to get ourselves a horse and we'll get ready to move. Oh, it's starting to rain here. Shoot. We don't have our weather radar with us and I have no way to craft it. Oh boy. I think it's just a rain shower. It doesn't look particularly impressive. Trying to look at the peripherals here. I think we're good. I don't think we have to worry about it too much. So, I guess we'll get to test out, see here if local weather makes it rain in the desert. Because I know the raining mechanics are totally different. So let's see here. It does. It does make it rain in the desert. So even though this looks like it's going right for the village, and I don't trust it, we're going to run on back to town. Let's see. We are about 500, 800 tiles from town. So that looks like, although I didn't go on a straight line to get here, but I think if I run straight, I have written down that we were pretty close to 0-0. That Savannah town was negative 200 something, like 0. So I think we're going to not be too far of a trip. Oh, it's starting to rotate. Gosh darn it. Okay, quickly going to run back, check the radar, sleep, get ourselves a horse, and we'll move out. I made it back, nothing on radar. I feel really dumb because when we saw those horses, I actually had the saddle in my inventory because we had picked it up in the village that I thought I had cleaned up my inventory from last episode, but I didn't. So we're going to run on back again. I'm going to pick a horse, one that has like some sort of speed, and then we'll come back. And then I'll chat with you guys. We'll make some trips to drop some stuff off at the village, and then that will, oh, that's a creeper. Then we'll probably be wrapping it up for this episode. I did get us some supplies, both ink sacks and feathers, which means we can now write, make a book and quill and start logging all of these tornadoes we see or weather events. Really anything that would be severe, like a tropical cyclone, hail. We start getting wind damage where things blow over everywhere, and an actual tornado. I do want to check up on that probably before we leave. That'll probably the last thing we do is just to check up. I want to see if there's really any villagers left in it. I guess we can kill these animals because we're not going to be living near here anymore. So we can take the food. I won't be making a farm with any of them. That'll make it easy. And let's see. The horses should not be too terribly far in this direction. While running to that village through the desert, I didn't see anything exciting other than I ran right past the Savannah village. But I did see a ravine, and there's definitely some mining, good mining that can be done nearby. So we're going to find ourselves a horse. Oh, there's some horses. I'll just take you guys with me. We'll grab something here. I need some bare hands. And let's see what we can get here. I'm not too much of a fan of these pale colored, charcoal colored horses. So let's just try one of these pure white ones over here. I would prefer a black horse or a gray, but we'll see. This doesn't have very much health at all, so we'll try this one. How much health does this one have? Okay, much better. We'll see how much speed this. Oh, there's a black speckled one over there. Oh, it loves us already. Let's see. Oh, I don't think this is very fast. Well, we'll keep it in mind. We'll try this one because I at least want a little bit of health. Although I don't need them to have any health at all because it's not like I'm battling with it. You know, when I'm going to serve with PvP. I want one with the health. Single player, I'm much more concerned with speed because they're, you know, going to be much more useful for transporting around, which is, I think, what this one is going to be. If you guys have seen my Spazcraft series, which I don't think a lot of you have, especially if you just have returned recently, I think I link it at the end with a playlist for it. I've done two series for it, 2 seasons, one full. Oh, this is a little bit faster. We're gonna get this guy. This is pretty good. There's 2 seasons for it. The first one is a pretty complete season. The second one, it's probably like a half, more of like a half of a season. But if you do want to check it out, I do one of the episodes where I build a horse pen, and then I basically built a whole contraption to measure the speed and the jump height and talk about all the stuff that makes the horse good and try to breed ourselves up the best horse possible. So it's pretty good. It's basically just a survival series, vanilla Minecraft, but we were always using the latest snapshots when the newer versions were coming out, and it was with a bunch of friends. Basically the whole Avius Place of Talking crew that you're probably used to seeing, and this horse is awesome. So next up is to move all of our items, because we're going to say goodbye from this village completely. So actually, let's go check on this village super fast, and then I'll start packing up, because then I'm never going to come back here. So I think we had, what, 1 door left in this village, and as you can see, not too bad. There's still actually a handful of them here, because I think I'd closed the roof up. Yeah, so at least they have one place to go at night to keep them safe. But that's really about it. So, all right. Well, we're going to move up and go out of here. I'm going to take a picture of this town's coordinates just for the heck of it. And we'll go check radar, make sure it's safe to travel today. I think it is. But I wonder how far the radar works. I think it's up to like, it's probably like 500 blocks or 250 blocks in each direction. But ideally, I would like a mule or a donkey to help move the objects, the items, but that's not going to be possible here. So, all right. The first thing we're going to take is the expensive things, maybe. Yeah, I guess we'll take the radar, and I'm going to fill my inventory up, and we'll get to the other town and set up a temporary base. Hopefully we can get there by nightfall. I got an inventory of valuables, so we are going to head off into our brand new village. Now, off screen or between episodes, I will come back here and make another trip of resources, but it's really just small things that we're going to get at the new village anyway, or just mob parts, stuff like that. Of course I'll pick up and bring with us, but I'll do it off screen. I'm just going to take one big trip of resources with you guys now. I don't even ends up on the roof there. The orange almost has started to like it. If that other village wasn't on the water, I might be convinced to live there, but a little bit too close to where we were. So we can always come back and live on this side of town after the fact. Oh yeah, jump was something I didn't test with this guy. Let's see. I wonder if I can make it over here. I wonder. Oh god. There we go. Yeah, you got a pretty good jump. Dang. I tried. Go swim. I'll have to make a bridge here because I'm going to have to do this trip again. Ah! Taking damage. So there's some pretty good mountains here in the desert. There's another temple over there. Someone was right. They were like, I've used this seed before, because I guess it's kind of common for some people just to put tornado as the seed. And they were like, if you go into the desert, there are a ton of pyramids with lots of gems to be bestowed upon. So we will have to do probably an episode of nothing but hunting. Oh, there's a storm brewing over there. But hunting the latest of basically all the temples around here. Maybe even go into the jungle and see if there's something in that direction. But it looks like there's extreme hills and snow in that direction, which will be nice. Oh wow, so this village is pretty close, especially with this horse. Like, this village is very close by. So this will be nice. We're gonna basically claim one of these homes as one of our own for now. I'm thinking the one on the water I might take. Yeah, I'm thinking I might take the one on the water because it allows us to have floors underneath, and it might be kind of cool with some nice windows. So actually, maybe this one we'll take. Maybe we'll take this one. Let's see here. I guess we can dismount the horse onto the roof. We've got this one. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take this one as our home. We'll leave that water one to serve a later purpose, but let's set ourselves up a home, get the radar plopped down, and try and see if we have a thunderstorm brewing and strengthening. It's now got severe winds with it, but it is moving offshore. Oh wow, look, you can see it. Oh boy, that's a windy, big mesocyclone. Maybe it's a tropical system because look how the wind's getting sucked into it. It's all rotating. Maybe this is a tropical system developing. Maybe this is the first stage of that. I don't know how they work. I think they are ranked. But that's going to be it for this episode. I think this is a good cliffhanger. We'll pick up here, get ourselves comfortable in this brand new town, and start to protect it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys later. See ya!